This week could decide XRP's future. Make sure to watch the end of the video so you know why this week is so important for XRP and kind of its roadmap down the future. All right, so we're going to take a real quick peek, kind of just touch on what XRP is at right now. Obviously, it hasn't been very fun. We're not seeing XRP do really a whole lot right now, and that is as of expected because there really is no positive catalyst, and most of the money is out on the sidelines right now. And there's nothing really pushing that money back in. There's nothing exciting happening where this money's going to come back in. So for right now, things are going to be pretty boring. We're going to see a little bit of volatility the next few months that I've been kind of hammering down, trying to hammer down your guys' brain. But right now, what we're going to talk about in this video isn't too much about the price right now. We're going to kind of be diving into the future and kind of XRP's utility side to things instead of kind of just touching on a news update for today on why XRP is at $1.44. That's not really what is important in today's video. All right, so we're going to hop on over here right after we take a little peek at XRP. So up almost 1%, 24 hours, month, down almost 31%. Obviously, things haven't been great, guys. We all know what's going on with XRP right now, so I'm not really going to spend a whole lot of time on kind of looking at this. Almost 11% down on the week. All right, let's get into the main focus of the video. Major XRP adoption update expected in big week ahead. Okay, let's talk about this. What is this big week ahead? So key developers and Ripple affiliated teams are preparing to outline the next phase of the XRP ledger's evolution. In a tweet, XRP validator Vet shared high expectations ahead of XRP Community Day, which that's when we'll be finding out some important information, hopefully some really good information, describing the coming days as a big week focused on strengthening XRP adoption. This XRP adoption, I kind of always go back to a thing as we want XRP, we want it to be utilized in daily lives in retail, banks, all that good stuff. So this XRP adoption is kind of touching on that kind of idea, and you'll see that in a few minutes. So according to Vet, upcoming discussions will center on the key tools needed to expand XRP's use, particularly for institutions and regulated markets. And we all know, and you should know by now, that if this happens, if XRP gets its hands into the institutions and regulated markets, XRP will go crazy. It'll be easily the most versatile crypto out there, the most widely spread, used among the world if I believe it will someday get into the banking and all these institutions, regulated markets. But if it does, guys, crypto will go crazy, and especially XRP. So we're going to be talking about this. So XRP developers signal a major week ahead as adoption-focused upgrades take center stage. This is kind of the main focus now, which is good to see. Programmability, privacy, and compliance are key pillars of XRPL's next evolution. RippleX outlines live features and upcoming tools for institutional DeFi growth. XRP Community Day may offer fresh signals, which we're kind of in need of right now. We would like to see some fresh signals for accelerating institutional adoption. Okay. So at the center of the conversation is programmability on the XRP ledger. Planned discussions will explore smart extensions and contract functionality designed to expand what developers can build on XRPL without sacrificing efficiency or security. Privacy and scalability are also taking center stage. In particular, Vet highlighted zero-knowledge proofs as a key area of development. These tools would enable more private transactions and scalable financial activity. That's a big part. Scalable financial activity, a critical requirement for enterprise and institutional use cases. So we still continue to see, and we see kind of XRP and everyone behind XRP, the whole company, we kind of see them starting to put a lot of their marbles, a lot of their focus on kind of really getting into these institutions, into the transactional side of money, which would be great for XRP. I mean, that make XRP widely used, like I've been saying. It would skyrocket the price of XRP. And now we're seeing them take a lot of focus right now. And we'll know more on Community Day, which on February 11th. So 2 days after the recording from this video. But it is cool to see, and it is nice to see that they are putting a lot of attention into this kind of transactional phase of XRP and focusing on XRP's real world utility right now. Okay, so another major theme is compliance. XRPL developers are working on compliance-focused building blocks, including permission domains and decentralized exchange enhancements. The goal is to allow compliant financial workflows to operate seamlessly behind the scenes without adding friction for end users. Okay, so RippleX plans to explain how improvements in programmability, privacy, and compliance are directly increasing XRP's real-world utility. I know, and I've been trying to tell you guys this, and I hope you know by now, that XRP is very versatile. It has the ability to be widely accepted and used in the real world, and that's why XRP is so exciting compared to, let's say, Bitcoin, which is digital gold, quote unquote, that kind of just, you buy it and you hold it, kind of like gold. It's not like you're really moving it around a lot. But what I've really love about XRP and what I think is the most interesting is it is so versatile, because XRP is one of the only cryptos that really has a chance of getting into this transactional and really a financial side of things in the real world. Not Bitcoin doesn't really have that. Doesn't really have that. Ethereum doesn't really have that. XRP is kind of the one that we can push for. And the people behind it, Ripple, has been pushing for this. We saw in the Clarity Act, it wasn't passed, obviously, but that was another action to try to push for XRP getting into the kind of the banking world and the financial world. And I do believe at some point it will happen. And it is cool to see that Ripple and the people behind XRP are putting a lot of their attention into kind of this real world utility, because I think it's very valuable. I think that this would be the biggest thing that, honestly, one of the biggest things that could happen in crypto ever if XRP got into the banking and financial system. I mean, XRP would go to $10, Bitcoin would go to 200 grand. Everything would just go insane. So I know it sounds redundant that I'm hammering this down, but this is really important stuff, guys. And I think it's really cool that they're kind of still making pushes. They're not giving up on this. They're going to stay in it, and they're going to keep pushing. So the session will take place during XRP Community Day on X Spaces, scheduled for February 11th at 1:55 p.m. Eastern. It will cover native lending, DeFi tools, and how these upgrades support real-world financial use cases. The focus remains on expanding XRP's role in settlement, liquidity, and on-chain financial services. That is what they've been focused on. That's what they will stay focused on. And I like to see that they are very focused on this, that they are not giving up when things get tough and when XRP and the whole crypto market crashes. They're hammering down and they're meeting about this. They're kind of going to talk about what will happen down the road, guys. Like what is going on right now. They're talking about what's going to happen down the road, and they're not really focused on. Well, I don't want to actually speak for Ripple, but all you pretty much need to know is that they're fighting, guys. They're fighting for us. They're fighting for XRP, and we love to see that. Okay, so we see the earlier updates from Ripple X outline the broader institutional DeFi roadmap from the XRP ledger. The roadmap positions XRP at the core of settlement, foreign exchange, collateral management, and on-chain credit. All important things that XRP can be used to do in the real world. According to the roadmap, this year's focus is on lending, privacy, and permissioned on-chain markets. These developments aim to move XRPL closer to everyday institutional use. This, guys, right here, this is the most important part. Everyday institutional use, while keeping the user experience simple and compliant. As XRP Community Day approaches, expectations are building that this big week ahead could offer clearer signals on how XRP adoption may accelerate across both decentralized and institutional finance. So it will be nice on Community Day to kind of get a little bit of insight on the roadmap, what Ripple is going to do, what they're going to be focusing on, which we already are kind of seeing that their focus is on real world utility, which is nice to see that they are devoting a lot of their time to that, because this is one of the most important things. And if we get into this, guys, it will be so nuts. Honestly, guys, it's not even fathomable how crazy it would be. It would be insane. But that's really all I have for you guys. It's a little bit of good news and a little bit of a bad time. So it's more of a kind of down the future thing. I think the next few months will definitely be rough and choppy. So I'm kind of looking down the future because I'm really not too excited at anything right now. I don't think anything's really going to happen, but it is nice to see that XRP and Ripple are still pushing to get XRP in the real world. So that's all I have for you guys right now. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, if you like what I'm doing, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. It really does mean the world to me. I really appreciate all your guys' support. And yeah, thank you for your time, guys. Have a great day. See ya.